All right, everyone, welcome back. Today we are talking about the Golden State Warriors on the New York Knicks. This game, we lost. We lost 114 to 106. But to be honest, I feel like it was a good loss. I feel like overall we played pretty well. I honestly feel like I feel better about this loss than our win on Sunday, to be honest. Because I feel like we played with a lot more heart today. The game the other day, we almost just completely blew a huge lead. When in this one, it felt like we were pretty much in it all the way. Except for kind of the third quarter, but I'm going to talk about that later. Now, so some standout players. Randall, who made the All-Star team, by the way, which is really good news for Knicks. Also, Knicks fans back in MSG attendance, which was awesome, and it brought just a different energy, which was really cool to see because, MSG is awesome. So Julius Randle, 25 points, great as always. Peyton had a great game with 20 points. Rose also played really well. I could tell he was really playing with some heart today. He had 16 points. Noel had 8, and Gibson had 8 as well. Gibson had an awesome game. I felt like he was getting tons of rebounds, tons of good defensive stops. Hearing that throughout the season, Gibson had made 4 out of 9 of his free throws, which is 44%. Having him make, at the end of the game, 4 for 4 free throws, that's pretty cool. I really like to see that. I feel like he just really played well today. And obviously, he's not our big shooter. Obviously, people like Randall, I guess Peyton today, Rose, quickly are more of our big shooters. But Gibson, I think, was really important to the defense, to the rebounds, to the little things they don't think about as much today. And I was really happy to see it. We played hard against a pretty tough team. Like, that Golden State team is not easy. And the reason we lost is Curry. He is just phenomenal. It is nuts. I can only be so upset about this loss because it was totally tied at the end, and the thing that's so amazing about him is it's not even that, the whole game he's, dominating the court. It is that whenever his team starts to lose some momentum, he just steps up in a way that I just can't explain. The game's tied at the end, he scores, 2 threes, and he gets a foul as well. It is just nuts how clutch he is and how good he is at the right moments. And he had 37 points. What? 37 points. He's nuts. And the rest of his team didn't even do that well. A couple good performances from Oubre and stuff. But it's without Curry, we would have won. Almost easy. He's clutch. He's just clutch. And I can only be so mad. So, this game, I feel like really our takeaway from the past couple of days is we need to be better coming out of the half. Reading this off, quarter 1. Quarter ends, it's pretty even. They are beating us by 5, 36-31. Now, in the second quarter, we had a really good quarter. We outscored them by 9 points, scoring 28 points to their 19. So at this point, out of the half, we're beating them by 4. I think it was 59-55. So, pretty even with a pretty good team. Now, quarter 3, we get outscored by 13 points. 39-26. We just let them get onto this huge run coming out of the half. They got 23 points just out of nowhere. And we just had no answer. We were just cold coming out of the half. And then so that was our main problem, because going into the fourth quarter, we actually outscored them by 1 point. And it actually was a lot more until we really just lost it those past couple of minutes. Some stupid penalties, some stupid stuff like that. But it's really quarter 3. Other than that, we were pretty in it and even pretty much beating them every other quarter. I guess the first quarter they had us by a bit, but we were either in it or beating them, and they just dominated us coming out of the half, and that was the problem today. So I do feel pretty good, though, because I felt like we were really competitive against a good Golden State team. You know, they're like this one, I really feel like could have gone either way, which is better than I've felt about the Knicks in a while. I would even comfortably say that the Knicks are better than the Celtics right now. And I think that this team has a lot of potential. I think a couple guys need to step up a little bit more, especially Barrett. I feel like he is just not living up to what he can be. And I think if he was, we would be much better because we just need another weapon. Like, it feels like we are on the verge of a pretty good team here because we're flowing well. We're shooting pretty well. We're doing well. But it's clear that even this might be like even a low-end playoff team. This is not a team that is getting anywhere in the playoffs. And I can say that even as a Knicks fan. So, it was still a good game, and we were competitive. But if we would want to be competitive in the playoffs, these are the kind of games and the kind of situations where we could have beaten this team. We realistically could have beaten them. I mean, it was anyone's game, but I think that we could have won, and obviously I wish we did, but I feel pretty good about how we played. Like, we didn't get blown out. We played with a lot of heart, and it was like 100-100. It just, Curry is just unreal, and that's what got us today, and we need to play better out of the half. If we could play better out of the half, we could do really well. Because I feel like we always go into the half with like these leads, and then we just blow them. But usually we don't have quite the quarter four stand. Usually by quarter four we are cold, but in this one we were kind of hot. So even though we lost, I wish we won. I feel pretty good about where we're at. I think if we could just take one more step, this next team can be really good and kind of create some problems. Because it's clear that we have some good things going for us. Thank you everyone for watching. Let me know what you thought about the game down in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe.